Hey there, East. Today is Friday, March 13th, and our St. Patrick's Day edition of Trojan TV.
Stay tuned for some St. Patrick's Day themed features at the end of the show.
There are quite a few students here at East with unusual gifts. Do you have any special talents?
I can hold a handstand for 30 seconds. What about you?
Cool. I can do 10 cartwheels in a row. Elijah and Aaron went on the search for the school's most interesting talents.
Some students at East may be known for having some very unusual talents. We found some of the most unusual ones.
I'm double jointed in my elbows. I was born with it and I can't really do anything about it. I inherited it from my mom, and so she told me that I could do it. And it's basically where the ligaments that connect the bones above and below your elbow are stretched out, and so I can bend it farther. I can basically hyperextend it. My left arm bends farther than my right one.
I can vibrate my eyes really fast. In third grade, I saw one of my friends do it, and I asked how she learned it, and she taught me.
I can play the recorder with my nose. Fourth and fifth grade, I always finished the piece that we were supposed to finish and learn, and so I just decided to try it, and I figured out I could do it.
Wow, that was amazing. If you have any weird or unusual talents you'd like to have on the show, email us at emstrojantv@gmail.com. This has been Elijah and Aaron reporting for Trojan TV.
Thanks, guys. On a related note, there are a lot of things about our teachers that we don't know. For example, did you know that Mrs. Berkshire likes to cross-country ski?
Really? I had no idea. Hank and Gavin discovered an interesting fact about Mrs. Unger in our second segment of Things You Didn't Know About Your Teacher.
So I'm here with Mrs. Unger for episode 1 of Weird Things You Didn't Know About Your Teacher. And she has brought cookies and brownies and carrot cake for baking. So we have a few questions. When and why did you start baking?
Well, I started baking these cookies because my friend Reeb makes the best chocolate chip cookies in the world. And my husband loved her chocolate chip cookies. So I asked Reeb, would you mind sharing your recipe? And she said, well, I just make the recipe on the back of the Nestle Toll House bag, but my secret is I use a wooden spoon in a glass bowl. So I spent a whole year, and I started with the Nestle Toll House recipe, and I tinkered with it. I added less sugar, less butter, played around with the baking soda, and this is the result. And I think my cookies are now the world's best chocolate chip cookies.
Well, they sure look like the world's best cookies. What do you like about baking?
I find it relaxing. It's kind of like my yoga. I like following the directions on a recipe and then getting an amazing result, and I love feeding people my baked goods.
So I'm here with Mr. Sagan, and he is going to try Mrs. Unger's baked goods. So what is your initial reaction to these before tasting them?
Yes.
And you want to go dig in?
Absolutely.
What do you think about the brownie?
I used the word amazing, but that's not a good enough word.
And the cookie?
So, Mrs. Unger's carrot cake is, as predicted, off the charts. Mrs. Unger, you're 2 for 2. I know this is fantastic. I'm looking forward to yet another one of your wonderful cookies. Fantastic.
This has been Hank, Gavin, and Jordy reporting for Trojan TV.
Wow, that made me really hungry.
Same. Counselors are in the building today helping students choose courses for high school next year. Brady and Joe wanted to learn more about the different honors options students have when moving on to freshman year.
Here at East, we have many students that take honors classes. And as the school year comes to a close, 8th grade students are moving into the high school with many different choices.
Well, core classes are required for students at middle school and high school. So we have the regular core classes, and then the honors level classes are much more rigorous, designed to be more challenging. They go faster paced and much more in depth.
Usually in honor class, either sometimes you do a little more advanced or more in depth of it, and not just the basic and just scanning through it. I think it's a better challenge for me because I like challenging myself, and it just seems to look better on your resume for better schools.
When enrolling in AP courses, you take on a harder challenge with the opportunity of getting college credit.
So different levels of classes are offered in high school. So there are the regular classes, honors level, and then AP, and AP stands for Advanced Placement. And Advanced Placement is done through College Board. It's a program for students who can earn college credit in those classes. For students to earn that college credit, they would need to pass the AP exam with a 3 or higher. It is also recommended that students do check into the college that they're intending to attend, just because different colleges have different scores that they would like for admission requirement, and then also there's differences in how that credit transfers for AP classes. But students do have that opportunity to get that to get that college credit.
Honors classes are a nice change of pace for students who want a more challenging environment.
Yeah, keep challenging myself and just try and get higher level of education as I can.
Well, I think the amount of work that students are required to do is appropriate for that grade level. So of course, as each student accelerates each school year, it would become more challenging, but always appropriate for that specific school year.
This has been Brady and Joe reporting for Trojan TV.
Thanks for that update, guys. Last but not least, we have some fun St. Patrick's Day themed features from Jasmine, Annie, and Riley to celebrate the green holiday.
Hi, I'm Annie.
And I'm Riley, and these are 10 fun facts about St. Patrick's Day.
Fact number 1, St. Patrick's is a saint of Ireland. He was believed to have brought Christianity to Ireland. There are also many legends about him. One of them is that he drove all the snakes out of Ireland into a river. Therefore, they remember him and his legacy on March 17th.
Fact number 2, Irish legend says they chose the shamrock as a symbol of St. Patrick's Day because it has 3 leaves, which were thought to represent the Holy Trinity, God, Son, and the Holy Spirit, which were joined together by a star.
Fact number 3, did you know that St. Patrick's color was actually blue, not green? They changed the color to green during 1798, when the shamrock became a symbol of St. Patrick's Day, and wearing green became a regular thing.
Fact number 4, St. Patrick was not originally Irish. He was born in Britain around AD 390 to a Christian family. He came over to Ireland because he was captured and put in slavery, but then he soon escaped.
Fact number 5, the first St. Patrick's Day parade took place in New York on March 17th in 1762. People go all out for St. Patrick's Day. Chicago even dyes their river green. Even the smallest parade can make a big commotion. In Hot Springs, Arkansas, they have an annual parade named the Smallest St. Patrick's Day Parade that attracts thousands of people each year.
Fact number 6, nowadays corned beef is an important part of a St. Patrick's Day dinner, but there was never corned beef for the original St. Patrick's Day dinner.
Fact number 7, St. Patrick's real name is not Patrick. When he became a priest, he changed the name to Patrick, which in Latin terms, it means father figure.
Fact number 8, the shamrock is a national symbol of St. Patrick's Day, but the national symbol of Ireland is actually the heart.
Fact number 9, a reason they always say that you have luck when you find a 4-leaf clover is because your odds of finding a 4-leaf clover is 1 in 10,000.
And the last and final fact is there are 7 times as many people who have an Irish background than how many people live in Ireland.
Well, that's all the fun facts we have for today.
Hopefully you learn more about this interesting holiday.
As always, I'm Annie.
And I'm Riley. See you later.
I'm here with Mrs. Newhart to ask her some questions about St. Patrick's Day. So, how do you celebrate?
St. Patrick's Day is special for my family and I. My family is Irish, my husband's family is Irish, and 29 years ago on St. Patrick's Day, my husband proposed to me. He gave me the traditional Irish claddagh, and so it will always be a special day for me.
My family makes Irish soda bread.
How do you celebrate?
We get together as a family and we just have fun.
That's fun. So, how do you think St. Patrick's Day originated?
I'm pretty sure it originated from St. Patrick coming to Ireland and then introducing Christianity.
How about you?
I agree with her.
What do you think the original color was for St. Patrick's Day?
I think it was gold.
Probably because there's like gold and green on a lot of things, so probably gold before green.
I'm here with Jessica to ask her how she celebrates St. Patrick's Day. So, how do you celebrate?
I go to my grandparents' house with my family and just spend time with them.
That's nice. So, how do you think St. Patrick's Day originated?
Leprechauns.
What'd you say?
Leprechauns.
Leprechauns? Yes. Okay. What color do you think originated St. Patrick's Day?
What color?
Green is blue. I'm here with Keegan to ask him how he celebrates St. Patrick's Day. So, how do you celebrate?
I don't really celebrate it. I kind of like hang out with friends, mess around with them, maybe kick them in the shin a little bit.
Okay, so how do you think St. Patrick's Day originated?
I think it was kind of like an urban legend, maybe. I don't know.
And what color do you think originated St. Patrick's Day?
Green.
It was blue. I'm here with Katie to ask her how she celebrates St. Patrick's Day. So, how do you celebrate?
I hang out with my family and we eat a bunch of food and we just talk.
That's nice.
Thanks, guys. I would never have thought that blue was the original St. Patrick's Day color.
Me neither. Well, that wraps up this episode of Trojan TV.
Vote for what spring sports you take part in on our website, the link, and follow us on Instagram at EastCMC.
Have a great weekend, Trojans. Bye.